Welcome to today's review of Big Brother 2018, a film that blends martial arts action with heartfelt drama. Donnie Yen, the film star, delivers more than just incredible fight scenes. He brings depth and emotion to the role of a high school teacher determined to change the lives of his students. Is this mix of social commentary and high-octane action successful? Should this film be on your must-watch list? Stick around as we break it all down, from the intense action to the film's core message. Let's get started. At its core, Big Brother tells the story of Henry Chen, played by Donnie Yen, a man with a complicated past. Chen is a former military officer who decides to take on an unexpected role as a high school teacher. Set in a working-class neighborhood in Hong Kong, the school he joins is struggling. The students are unruly, disinterested, and many are dealing with heavy personal issues, from poverty to broken homes. The premise is simple yet powerful. Can one man, with unconventional methods, break through to these troubled youths and make a real difference in their lives? What sets Big Brother apart is that it doesn't just focus on Yen's physical prowess as a martial artist. It delves into the emotional and social struggles of the students he teaches. Each student represents a different societal issue, from homelessness to the pressures of academic achievement. Henry Chen uses both his military discipline and a deep sense of empathy to reach out to these students, often in ways that traditional teachers can't. What makes the film engaging is that it's not just about Chen fighting the bad guys. It's about him fighting to inspire his students to see a future for themselves beyond the difficult circumstances they're in. And yes, there are some very real bad guys involved, as Chen confronts gangsters who threaten both the school and the lives of the students. The balance between action and heartfelt drama creates a unique dynamic, making it more than just a typical action flick. Now, let's talk about what makes Big Brother stand out. The movie has several strong points that deserve recognition, starting with Donnie Yen's performance. Yen is primarily known for his incredible martial arts skills, thanks to his roles in films like Ip Man and Rogue One: A Star Wars Story. But here, Yen shows a different side of his acting talent. While the action scenes are present and intense, it's his portrayal of a caring, determined teacher that gives the movie its heart. Yen plays Henry Chen as a man who carries the weight of his past experiences but refuses to let that define him. Instead, he channels his military discipline into teaching and protecting his students. One of the most impressive aspects of the film is how Yen manages to balance the physical and emotional demands of the role. As a teacher, Chen is gentle yet firm, using unconventional methods to connect with his students. He takes the time to understand their problems and does everything in his power to help them overcome their challenges. At the same time, when the situation calls for it, he can switch into action mode, taking down bad guys with precision and skill. This duality in Yen's performance is what makes the character so compelling. The fight choreography, as expected, is top-notch. Yen, who is also the action director for the film, has crafted some incredible action sequences that feel fluid and natural. The fights are fast-paced but never chaotic, and each one is different from the last. Whether he's taken on a group of thugs in a classroom or fighting in the tight confines of a small apartment, Yen's movements are crisp and calculated. What sets these fight scenes apart is that they never feel gratuitous. Each one serves a purpose in the story, either to protect the students or to resolve a conflict that words can't fix. The cinematography deserves special mention as well. Director Kam Ka-wai and cinematographer Kenny Tesh use a combination of wide shots and close-ups to capture both the action and the more emotional moments of the film. The school is often portrayed in wide shots that show just how vast and overwhelming the environment can be for the students, while the close-ups are used during the more personal scenes between Chen and his students, highlighting the connection they form over time. The use of lighting also plays a significant role. with the school's dim and somewhat run-down setting reflecting the challenges both the students and teachers face. The film's direction is solid, with Kang Kawai expertly balancing action and drama. While the film could have easily become bogged down in cliches, Kang manages to keep the story moving at a steady pace while maintaining the emotional core of the film. The action scenes are perfectly timed to break up the more dramatic moments, preventing the film from feeling too heavy or melodramatic. The screenplay is another strong point of the film. Writers Wong Jing and Chantai Lee do a great job of balancing the film's different elements, from the action to the more reflective moments. The dialogue is sharp and often laced with humor, which helps to lighten the mood during the more serious scenes. What stands out the most, though, is how the film addresses social issues without becoming overly preachy. The writers handled topics like poverty, academic pressure, and gang violence with sensitivity, allowing the characters' stories to unfold naturally without forcing the message down the audience's throat. One of the standout scenes is when Chen confronts one of his students, who is on the verge of dropping out. Instead of lecturing him, Chen takes him on a drive through the city, showing him the consequences of poor choices. It's a powerful moment, because it shows that Chen is not just telling his students what to do, he's showing them. This scene encapsulates the film's approach to its message. It's not about preaching, it's about teaching through action. As strong as Big Brother is in many areas, it's not without its flaws. One of the most noticeable issues with the film is its pacing. The movie starts off strong with a good balance between action and drama. However, as the story progresses, the pacing becomes uneven. Some scenes feel rushed, particularly in the second half of the film, while others drag on longer than necessary. This uneven pacing disrupts the flow of the narrative and, at times, makes the film feel disjointed. Another area where the film falls short is in its character development, particularly with the students. While Donnie Yen's character is well fleshed out, many of the students are underdeveloped. The film introduces us to several students, each with their own personal struggles, but it doesn't spend enough time exploring their individual stories. For example, there's a subplot involving a student who is involved in a gang, but the film only scratches the surface of his backstory. Similarly, there's a storyline about a female student struggling with family issues, but her story is resolved far too quickly to have a real emotional impact. This lack of depth in the supporting characters is a missed opportunity. The film could have been much stronger if it had taken the time to fully explore each student's journey and development. Instead, some of the students' stories feel rushed and incomplete, which weakens the emotional payoff in the final act. The film also falls into some of the typical cliches of the teacher saves troubled students genre. While Big Brother tries to put its own spin on the genre by incorporating action and martial arts, it doesn't completely escape the familiar tropes. There are moments in the film where it feels predictable, such as the inevitable showdown between Chen and the gangsters threatening the school, and these moments take away from the originality of the story. Another weakness is the occasional reliance on melodrama. While the film handles its emotional scenes well for the most part, there are a few moments where it veers into overly sentimental territory. This is especially true during the film's climax, where emotional stakes are raised to such a high level that it becomes a bit heavy-handed. While these moments don't completely derail the film, they do feel out of place in a movie that otherwise balances action and drama so well. In terms of comparisons, Big Brother shares some similarities with other films in the teacher serves students genre, such as Dangerous Minds 1995 and Stand and Deliver 1988. Both of those films, like Big Brother, focus on teachers who take unconventional approaches to reach out to troubled students. However, where Big Brother sets itself apart is in its inclusion of martial arts action. This combination of action and drama is what gives the film its unique identity, blending two genres that don't often intersect. Another film that Big Brother can be compared to is Ip Man 2008, which also stars Donnie Yen. While Ip Man is more of a straightforward martial arts film, both movies showcase Yen's ability to balance action with more nuanced, character-driven performances. In Ip Man, Yen plays a martial arts master who must protect his community during a time of war. In Big Brother, he plays a similar protector role, but in a modern, urban setting. The films share a thematic similarities in that both protagonists use their skills not just to fight but to inspire and protect those around them. Counterwise, previous films, like Color of the Game 2017, have focused more on the crime genre. Big Brother marks a departure from his earlier work, as it blends social commentary with action. While his earlier films were more focused on the underworld, Big Brother aims to tell a more hopeful and uplifting story. The shift in tone and genre shows Kam's versatility as a director, although the transition is not entirely seamless, as mentioned earlier with the pacing issues. So should you watch Big Brother? If you're a fan of Donnie Yen's martial arts prowess, then absolutely. The film delivers on the action front, with well-choreographed fight scenes that showcase Yen's incredible skills. But Big Brother is more than just an action film, it has heart. Yen's portrayal of a teacher trying to make a difference is both believable and inspiring, and the film's message about the importance of education and second chances is one that resonates. While the film does have its flaws, uneven pacing, underdeveloped characters, and occasional lapses into melodrama, it's still a solid effort that offers something different from the typical action movie. The blend of martial arts and social commentary is refreshing, and Yen's performance is strong enough to carry the film through its weaker moments. If you're looking for a film that offers both intense action and emotional story, Big Brother is worth a watch. It may not be a perfect film, but it has enough heart and action to keep you entertained and thinking long after the credits roll.